Which one of the following concepts is linked to positive musical experiences in both passages? So, okay, we're looking for positive musical experiences in both passages. So questions like this require you to have a good recollection of what you read. You are going to need to go find those things if you don't remember it enough. So let's see what we can remember and see whether we can connect any of these choices to being in both passages or maybe just being in one passage. Because wrong answers will either not be there at all or maybe just featured in one passage. So, continuous sound. I think only one passage mentioned, continuousness versus discontinuous sounds, but we can confirm that when we go up. Tension. One passage was very specific about tension. I don't remember the tension being mentioned in the first passage. Language. One of the passages talked about music and language. I don't remember the second passage mentioning that, but we can check. D. Improvisation. Did not appear. That's definitely not the answer. Complexity. Complexity is looking good. I think I do remember that word showing up in both passages, but let's go up and have a look for continuousness, tension, language, and complexity, and see if we can find our answer. Passage A, certain complexity. Here's complexity, positive effect. So what we could do is we could then just look for complexity in the second passage, not in this paragraph, not in this paragraph. Third paragraph, here's complexity. We take into account the complexity. Is it positive? Depending on how much complexity there is, it could be pleasurable. And then we have complexity down here, who can, trained listeners prefer more complex melodies. We have our answer. On questions like these, it's important to move on to questions that might take you longer. So if you find your answer and you're confident of it, circle it and move on. There's no need to go back and make sure that the other choices are incorrect. We'll see that language, tension, and continuous sound are all just in one passage. Here's human language. Doesn't show up in the second passage. Here's the continuous discussion in the first passage. It does not show up again. And here is the focus on tension that we discovered in the second passage. So we can have a lot of confidence in E.